Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL landscape lately, you know that the league is always full of surprises. But what's happening right now with the Cleveland Browns could be a game changer. As the 2025 season kicks off, there's a buzz swirling around the division, around the league, and especially around the Browns' quarterback situation. It's no secret that Cleveland has been itching for stability at that position for years, and while they've had their ups and downs, the latest rumors could shake things up in a big way. And yes, we're talking about the potential of landing a name that's been making waves across the league, Tua Tagovailoa. But before we dive into the what-ifs and the possibilities, let's set the stage. The Browns, after a few roller coaster seasons, are still trying to find that perfect mix to push them over the top. They've built a solid team around their defense and their running game, which has always been a strength under coach Kevin Stefanski. Cleveland's defense, in particular, has been one of the league's most formidable units, and their ground attack, led by the likes of Nick Chubb, if he's healthy, has kept the team competitive in most games. But the quarterback position has been a bit of a revolving door, a puzzle they've been trying to solve for quite some time now. And here's where the story gets interesting. The NFL season for the Miami Dolphins has gotten off to a rocky start in 2025. Dropping their first two games, they've looked far from the offensive juggernaut many expected. There's been a lot of criticism directed at their quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa. Despite flashes of brilliance, the inconsistency has haunted him and the team. In those first two games, Tua has thrown for 429 yards, with 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, numbers that tell a story of potential, but also of missed opportunities and some struggles with decision-making under pressure. It's a tough start, and the Dolphins fans are starting to wonder if they need a reset, if they should consider making some bold moves to shake things up. There's talk in the league that Miami might look to trade Tua, especially if things don't improve soon. The idea isn't far-fetched. Tua is still relatively young, and his talent is undeniable. He was a first-round pick and has shown he can be a pro bowler, but the inconsistency and some injury concerns have caused some teams to hesitate. Yet others see him as a valuable asset, someone who could elevate a team's offense if placed in the right system. The league is buzzing about possible trade destinations, and Cleveland is certainly among the potential suitors. Now, why would Cleveland be so interested? Well, it's simple. The Browns are in dire need of a spark at quarterback. They've been trying different options, drafting quarterbacks to develop, but nothing has clicked quite yet. Joe Flacco has been starting for them, but let's be honest, he's more of a stopgap. They need someone with a higher ceiling, someone who can elevate the offense and help them reach that elusive Super Bowl level. And Tua, with all his talent and potential, could be that guy. It's important to understand that a move like this wouldn't be easy. There are risks involved, especially considering Tua's injury history. But Cleveland's front office and coaching staff, led by Stefanski, are known for being strategic and willing to take calculated risks if it means they can turn things around. Tua's fit in Cleveland's system could be perfect. The Browns have a strong offensive line and a solid supporting cast, which could give him the stability and confidence to finally live up to the hype that surrounded him when he entered the league. Imagine Tua working under Kevin Stefanski, who's proven to be a smart offensive mind, capable of designing plays that maximize a quarterback's strengths. We've seen how the Browns' defense can keep them in games, and their running game, with Nick Chubb, is one of the best in the league. A quarterback like Tua, who's skilled at making quick, accurate throws and managing the game efficiently, could thrive in that environment. It's the kind of change Cleveland has needed, a fresh start at the most critical position, a chance to finally get consistent production from their quarterback. But let's not forget, moving a quarterback like Tua wouldn't be simple. The Dolphins might want a significant return, perhaps draft picks or other assets, and Cleveland would have to weigh the risk of trading away draft capital for a player with injury concerns. Still, the potential reward could be enormous. It's a gamble worth considering, especially if it means giving Cleveland a shot at serious postseason contention this year and beyond. Looking at the bigger picture, this isn't just about one player or one team. It's about the shifting landscape of the AFC North, about power balances, and about the Browns finally making a bold move to elevate their franchise. Cleveland has been fighting for respect, trying to prove they're serious contenders, and acquiring a talented quarterback like Tua could be that final piece to unlock their true potential. It could also send a message to the rest of the division that the Browns are not content to be mere spectators. They want to be frontrunners. And with the right coaching, the right system, and a bit of luck, this move could set them on a path to a deep playoff run, maybe even a Super Bowl appearance in the coming seasons. Of course, this situation is still very much in the realm of speculation. Nothing is set in stone, and the NFL offseason is known for its surprises. But don't be surprised if Cleveland makes a serious push for Tua once the trade deadline approaches, or even during the offseason if the Dolphins decide to part ways with him. It's a storyline that's developing rapidly, and Browns fans should keep their eyes peeled because it could be one of the most significant moves in recent franchise history. The Browns' front office has shown a willingness to be aggressive when the right opportunity comes along, and this could very well be it. Throughout this process, the key will be how Cleveland's coaching staff and management evaluate Tua's fit, his health, and his long-term outlook. They'll need to weigh the risk of injury against the potential for growth and success. But if they decide to go all in, it could mark the beginning of a new chapter, one where Cleveland finally breaks through that glass ceiling and becomes a true AFC powerhouse once again. As fans, we know how much this team has gone through, years of ups and downs, coaching changes, quarterback carousel, and heartbreaks. But there's always that hope, that desire for something better. And right now, the possibility of landing Tua Tagovailoa represents a spark, an opportunity to turn the page and aim higher. Cleveland has the talent, the defense, and the coaching to support a quarterback like Tua, and with the right pieces around him, there's no reason they can't be serious contenders. So, Browns fans, what do you think? Would you welcome Tua in Cleveland? Do you believe he's the missing piece that could finally get us to the promised land? Or do you feel cautious about the risks involved? Whatever your thoughts, this is a story that's worth watching closely. The NFL is unpredictable, and the Browns are always looking for ways to improve and push forward. The coming weeks could bring some major news, and I promise I'll be right here to keep you updated every step of the way. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Browns!